Okay. Anyways, guys, welcome back. We're gonna do a couple other skits today. I'm gonna take some scrap glass once again, and I'm gonna jack around with some stuff. So, in any case, what we're gonna be doing today is actually making a little add-on add-on stage for your water pipes out of scrap glass. And I've already got a piece of tube here ready, and we're going to go ahead and fire up this torch. So anyways, this is kind of actually a little more of a process than the other stuff that I was showing you the last time. You know, just making a simple little bubble and flailing away. So in any case, our glass tube is a thick wall. It's a looking right at about a 18 millimeter. Actually, maybe 19 millimeter, and 19 millimeter, and it's a roughly about right at 2 mil. So in any case, this will work fairly well for what we need to do. We're going to make a couple of these out of this particular piece. So here in the beginning, what we're going to go ahead and do is just go ahead and melt down this end. Go ahead and put a stopper in this end. I don't have to worry about it then. And once again, you want to start kind of far out. It's probably warm enough with this softer glass that it's probably not going to crack, and if it does, no biggie. Once again, it's just scrap. Move that in slowly. It's already starting to turn red. That means you can hold it in the flame for an extended period of time. Now, just for the beginning here, we're gonna real quickly just add a tube here, just so that we got a handle, basically. So I'll go ahead and get this one ready. I pushed that in pretty far, so I had to pull it out fairly far. It's going to be a nasty looking connection actually, but that's alright. We just really needed a handle, and if it cracks off, it's no big deal at this point. So let's go ahead and straighten this out. And give it a quick little blow. I believe I got a hole in there somewhere. Oh well. Like I said, we're just needing it for a handle right now. And we're going to pull off some sections here. The first section that we're going to do is, actually we're just going to do 3 sections basically on this. So we'll go ahead and get one started right here. Now I'm going to open this pattern up a little bit. I want to try to get a little larger area at a time when I pull this apart. And we're just going to go ahead and pull 3 sections out all at once. I'm just going to gently do this. We don't want to thin this out extremely bad at this point. But we do want to kind of get a smaller taper in there. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to the next section. And be careful because you've just heated all that area. You don't want to move your hand down too far. Something you always got to kind of pay attention to, because you're going to be getting yourself burns all the time if you don't. But like I said, once again, make sure you're sober when you're doing this stuff, because you forget too much and it's no bueno. Cause you some major pain and suffering. Okay, we're going to slowly pull this out. Keep it as straight as possible. Just practice keeping stuff straight and you'll be better off. You get used to it and you don't ever have to even think about it. And then what we're going to do on this last part, I'm just going to go ahead and melt that sucker down. But anyways, for right now we'll use it as a handle, because it's not very hot. And right now we're just going to go ahead and break these off. It's a little bit, actually it doesn't really matter, but you know, you can break or however you want to, and it turns some of this oxygen down. Conserve while we're doing this. Okay. And just make yourself a little nick, like always. Right there in the middle of that, where we pulled it out. Make it a good nick. Go ahead and get kind of quite a bit on there. Now it's going to be a little hot still, pulling that out. But there's a couple ways you can actually do this. I actually just like to tap it with a wooden handle. So I can't even find, there it is. I just take my file handle and I just take that. There we go. Knock that right there. Now there's other ways to do it. That's just, you know, like scrap glass, I kind of just practice doing different you know, types of techniques, you know, for breaking things and whatnot. But in any case, we're going to go ahead and just get this one ready. Actually, you know what? We'll leave it on there because we got a nice handle already. Screw it. We'll do that last. So anyways, I'm just going to set that down for the meantime. And then what I'm going to do is actually break this off a teeny bit because it's just a little bit long for what I need right now. There we go. We got a nice little nick here. And there we go. Now we got another tube that we can use for one of these. Now we're going to use all of these in 1/2 inch. Actually, these are, it's technically more 13 millimeter than anything, but it's fairly big. Like I said, we want to make a good connection with this stuff because it's going to be stronger in the long run if you do. Alright, we've got a nice little sharp end here that we can actually use. So we'll go ahead and start melting this down, and we're going to pull out the excess. Now you can actually roll out the excess, pull out, do whatever you want to do. There's many ways to actually do this, but since we want to get this straight and we got a bigger tube going to smaller tube, Right now we don't need that outer ring on really. Sure, you probably don't want to wait forever, so let's crank it up a little bit. Now we want to get that as straight as possible, just like always, so pull it out real fast and spin it as you're doing so. Take your junk, set it right in your shit bucket. And we're going to get this down close to the size. And pull it out again, there's the excess. And then we're going to just blow that right out. Okay, there's our bubble, and it's really thin. Okay, we'll go ahead and shrink that back down. Probably about right, so let's go ahead and check it. And a little bit more. Go ahead and put our stopper in this end. Get it ready. Alright. Now we are almost exact. Shrink it a teeny bit more. And then get this one ready in the process. Okay, just a teeny bit outwards, and I'm going to put it up to the light, see what we're doing, give it a little blow, puff that middle out, heat it up once again, try to remove any of the discolorations from being too close to the heat that time, and little teeny bubbles is what it is. Okay, that's not too bad for right now, so at least we got a decent connection going on here, and it ain't going to break on us. So we're going to have to get right back up close to that sucker. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and just get this all busted off, and it's going to probably break because it's a terrible connection. Not so far. Soft glass doesn't break too bad most of the time, but in any case. Alright, let's just get this sucker ready and just pull it right out. There we go. Try to make this straight. And right quick, we're going to go ahead and use that piece we just had to remove any excess at the same point in time while we're right here. I want this end nice and pretty. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and kick on our outer ring here. Now, we're going to do a little gather here. And then depending on the glass, humidity, and all kinds of stuff like that, you may have to alternate or adjust your spin speed to continuously keep that end that's wanting to fall down centered up and from drooping so badly. We're just going to sit here and do this and pull it away every so often to check to make sure that we're still centered as much as possible. We're going to leave ourselves a little bit at the top for one reason, because we're actually going to have a connection coming off the side of this particular item. Now we're going to want to turn this heat down probably here in just a second when we get ready to actually blow this bubble. Okay, we built up a fairly decent amount of glass here at this point. We don't need a very big bubble, we just need a little bit bigger one, and we want it to be strong. And we also want that bottom end to be fairly thick. Okay, so we'll end up by going out to the very end and thickening that up a little bit. Now we've got to slow our spin speed down also here. Yep, and we're going to try to get that inner looking as tapered and as even and uniform as possible back to where we gathered it. Now we're going to spin it here just for a sec, and we do just a little puff. Now, yeah, that looks pretty good. It's pretty even all the way around. Now we're going to turn our heat down, and we're going to try to get a little bit better pattern here. We're going to go ahead and puff this out. I'm going to heat this back up one more time, and then we'll blow out the final bubble. This doesn't require a whole lot of pressure. You want to spin it, and also the thing is that you always kind of want to wait to see that that whole thing is uniform in the same color all the way through. Alright, that's plenty good right there. We just need enough of a bubble to actually do something here. Yeah, well, a teeny bit more. Alright, that should work for now. So, now what we're going to do is go ahead and turn our flame back down, try to get a little uniform little small flame going, because we're actually going to blow a hole out for a connector. Actually, I don't know if we're for sure going to work on this 1/2 inch, but I think it should. Yep, just barely. Should give us enough room to get some air through there also. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get right up here. Actually, I don't like this end. It's pretty sharp, so we ought to fix that before we start getting everything ready to go. So I'm going to knock it down just a little bit. I'm just going to rough it off because I don't want to wait for it to cool and all that and give myself the possibility of this thing breaking on me. Well, our taped on filter decided it wanted to fall, so oh well. Okay, that's right at almost the exact size we need. Blow it out a teeny bit, and then we're also going to shape that. It's pretty nice. We don't want any inside there at all because we won't be able to get our 1/2 inch tube in there if we do. So, one more time to, actually it's probably fine. We'll go ahead and just add our little connector here. And I thought I'd already made some 1/2 inch that ready to go. Evidently not. So, this ought to work just fine right there. And we're going to go ahead and put a stopper in it, get it ready. Alright, here we go. We just want to evenly heat that and then get our connector ready to go and nice and hot. Try to heat that around there. Alright, that should be okay at least. This is all, once again, it's just practice anyway, so. Shrink that down just a teeny bit right in there. Alright, it's not too bad. We'll just go ahead and go with it. I'm just going to give ourselves kind of a little nice and pretty angled area right there. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and get this end off of here. Now we're going to get this excess off of here with a solid rod. Alright, now that we've done that, go ahead and just get this ready for the next time. Okay, now what we got is this little nipple on the end. Now you can do a couple things. You can actually pull that off with the pliers if you wanted to. It's no big deal. You know, if it is there really, because you're just going to blow it out, but you do want it straight as possible. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that little excess, pull it right out. Take that down in there and heat it up. And remember, we're going 1/2 inch inside here, so we're going to want to blow this out fairly large. Okay. Now it's best to just take the pliers in this case. Just knock that right off. You got shorts on, careful. It burns a little. Always wear protective goggles when you're doing this. If you get a hot piece of glass in your eye, you're fucked. You may as well forget it. It hurts like a son of a bitch. I had a friend of mine that had that happen, and believe me, it is not fucking fun. You'll be in the hospital. You'll be wearing shit on your eye forever. You fucking may as well not even be able to see in some cases. But anyways, we're just going to take the pliers and just kind of break some of that excess off, because we want a nice, pretty little round. Now there's